Libra, what's good? This reading is only for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. If, you fuck with Libras and you want to sit down and watch, I don't got no fucking problem with that. But I'm saying if you just some fucking cross watching, like stalking ass motherfucker, I don't appreciate those types. You just gotta have some good energy up in this bitch. And if you don't maintain that good energy and that positive shit, then I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to call you out for that shit. And I love ripping people up. That's one of the reasons why I do these readings, these live readings like this, because I love ripping people up. It just gets exhausting though when it's the same motherfuckers back to back to back to back to back to back. Libra, I'm sure that's how you feel right now as well. It gets exhausting when it's the same motherfuckers back to back to back to back to back, right? I feel like you've had to bust some skulls lately, whether that was verbally or maybe even in a physical way. But I feel like this is war to a certain extent. Okay, this is like a mental war, mental prison, physical prison, whatever. Like, you could be dealing with all sorts. And I did write down and channel some messages earlier this morning, just because I wanted to see that's a problem. Hold on. This is a Libra reading. Read the fucking title. All right, let me read some of the messages for you. Slow dripping. They said slowly dripping. Okay, so there's something about, like, I feel like someone's trying to poison your mind a little bit, or like what I heard was like kind of like a faucet of, like, water kind of running through. I feel like someone's just trying to poison your mind a little bit, just with small things though. It starts out real small. Okay, it starts out real tiny, real small. That's why I said drips, because it's like little pieces of information or little pieces of triggers, not the full thing. Okay, it's like it's so you can't taste it. You know what I mean? It's so that you don't expect it. It's to keep you naive or keep you looking at them in a certain type of way, right? And this could just be, this does not have to be romantic. Everyone wants to pair this shit up with romantic, but let's be real though. Manipulation, that runs across all of the boards, including family. So even if you trust your goddamn family, like some of y'all, Jesus, woo, got some heavy ass energy. So they said picking at your confidence, stalking and acting like they're your biggest supporter, like they give you some sort of financial wealth, putting together the puzzle pieces. It's fucking exhausting to be around this energy. They said that between March 12th and March 21st, that something's going to be happening. That could be someone's birthday. That could even be your birthday. But this is definitely like, some type of electrical energy. It's definitely like, the reason why I put those specific things down, it just feels like to me this is going to be where Libra's stepping up to the pump here. You've been acting like a kid. You've been acting like a child. And this is kind of where, you break some chains on some motherfuckers. I feel like you've been holding back on reacting towards certain situations because, you're afraid, right? It's that childhood fear and shit. You're afraid. It's not because you're weak. Every human has fear. Every human has that type of, when you're really afraid of something, especially if you're afraid of confrontation, it's terrifying, right? It's terrifying. It's like some of the worst PTSD in the world that you get from situations like this, and judging how people react and all that type of shit. It's just scary, It takes a special kind of motherfucker though to actually go through with this, and this is where I feel like that's why I wrote these dates down: March 12th through March 21st. They'd be talking about 1-2 or 2-1. Like, it just felt like to me that's when y'all gonna be popping out yourself finally. Okay, because we have a couple of different types of Libras that some of these messages are going to be for. We have the Libras that are fairly quiet. You kind of let everyone do their thing, and then you'll do your thing. The black sheep type Libra doesn't really appreciate a lot of your familial values. You kind of just been doing a lot of shit on your own for a very long time, and that's what you just got used to. And then there's also the Libras that do have some sort of a support system, the familial, you might have a boyfriend, a husband, whatever, significant other. But even in that point, it's like someone's acting toxic. Either way, someone's being toxic or someone's energy is off. Okay. And it's starting to set you off. That's why I said confrontation is kind of the main line here. This is where it's a slow burn, right? It's a slow burn. So you're slowly building up a explosive temper or behavior going on. Like I think that people are making conscious decisions to try to manipulate and stop you from what you're doing when it comes to your own physical and mental health. And as a repercussion, like I said, something's gonna happen. Whether you see that as karma or you see that as your own self going at them. I'm saying, some of y'all are so fucking stressed. They said mommy or mother figure. You could be the mother figure. It could also be your own mother doing this type of shit to you. And those of y'all that have toxic feminine parents or feminine aspects, it's not gonna fly. They said make decisions when these people can't see you / watch you / stalk you. Okay, so one of the biggest messages that I got was y'all should be moving in the shadows. Okay, like when y'all talking to certain people that you cannot trust about certain things moving forward, like moving, like getting yourself a new car, a new job, or a new school, or moving your kids somewhere, whatever this is, where you're telling people what you're going to do with yourself that don't need to know, like that needs to stop. That needs to fucking stop. Like, what the fuck is the point of telling these folks when they never supported it in the first place, right? It's like, well, I'm just doing it to be petty. I'm just doing it to do this and do that. Like, all you really doing is fucking yourself over further, because now they're going to try even harder to bother you and bug you and piss you the fuck off, right? Isn't that kind of like the point of y'all in this person's relationship? Is that, y'all are kind of breaking each other down, and just as a response, y'all are stuck in the same position. It's like, it doesn't matter who started it. It doesn't matter who started this whole entire drama, right? It's been going on, and what you need to do is separate from it. You need to stop speaking your mind to these people. I hate when y'all say that people have changed, right? Because this is the thing, right? Change takes action, right? And someone can stop saying negative shit towards you. Someone can stop pointing a finger at you. Someone can stop cheating on you. Someone can stop misbehaving or doing drugs for a split second. But that does not mean their behavior has changed. It means they're suppressing that behavior. And so moving forward, as they're suppressing it, it's slowly leaking out in other ways, right? All of those negative behaviors like addiction, abuse, all of those behaviors start leaking out of the seams, right? So as you're telling this person who you no longer trust, or peoples that you should not trust, it's just making it harder on you. And then you're sitting here like, well, why can't I feel, happy about this? Or why do I feel drained? Why do I feel so small right now? It's because that's how these people make you feel. Okay? They don't have anything for you to help you grow. That type of like pettiness where it's like, oh, well, I'm about to move out. I'm about to go over here. I'm about to go over there. That y'all kind of want to do because you're excited to be free, is not the type of shit that you should be doing or projecting outwards. Okay? You gotta move silently. I know it's refreshing. You're excited. You're ready to just like become more innovative, put yourself in a more innovative space so that you can grow, so that your kids can grow if you got any kids, and so that you can form a foundation for yourself, right? You want to form a foundation. I think that there's also some of y'all that are dealing with someone that is going to try to trick you into believing that everything's going to work out, or like things are going to turn around. It's definitely a situation that's kind of been recalled in the past where y'all have had breaks from each other. Y'all have tried to make space between each other, but then you went right back for whatever reason. I feel like you kind of went to think about it, meditate on it, and you was just not ready to give it up. And so just as a happenstance, and don't make this fit if this is something that you're not currently dealing with. Okay? If this was months ago or years ago, then it's got nothing to do with you. This is for the people that I'm currently talking to that are currently going through something like this, where they keep going back to a situation they shouldn't keep going back to, right? I mean, for real though, like someone has tricked you out. That's what it feels like. Someone has made you into a little bit of a puppet, or like a Play-Doh mold is what I saw too. Why did you time me out? Because you asking something irrelevant that has nothing to do with this reading. So when you asking about Taurus read, or you trying to talk to me in the chat, that's irrelevant. That ain't got. Did you read the fucking title? Are you blind? It says Libra. Why you asking about Taurus when we doing a Libra reading? Like, that's the type of shit I be talking about though, y'all. They're fucking distractions. Obnoxious as a motherfucker. Yeah, I'm gonna be stanky like the motherfucking Grinch. I don't give a goddamn what you want up in it. I was just asking that, so I don't give a fuck. Does this look like the right time to be asking me not anything at all? When I'm doing a reading live, it says Libra. It does not say Taurus. It does not say Capricorn. It does not say this. It does not say that. I don't know how hard it is to read. Like I said, the bifocals, clean them off. Jesus Christ. I'm getting sick of that shit, bro. This is why I stopped doing live readings, because people are too fucking stupid to read the title. Jesus. All right, Libra. So, building a mountain. Building a mountain. Okay, you don't want me to be pressed? Bye. You don't want me to be pressed? When you can't read simple rules or read the simple fucking title? Bye. You can't read English? Goodbye. See ya. I don't need you here then. I don't give a fuck. You didn't build a fucking friendship with me. This isn't about being friends. This is about me doing my job as a tarot reader on this platform. And if you can't read, then that's on you. I'm not taking that shit back. You gone now. Goodbye. That's just how I feel about it. I'm not around here to play. All right, Libra, you're building a mountain. Okay, you're building a mountain, and I feel like this mountain is of courage. It is of confidence. It is of grace. Okay, every time I think of a Libra, I think of an angel. Okay, but often you guys get your wings clipped by because something doesn't work out in your favor in the exact way that you wanted it to, right? So that's what I feel like y'all been dealing with, is you gotten your wings clipped in certain aspects, but you're kind of letting this get to you, even though something has essentially still worked out in your favor. Okay, so it's worked out for you. It's just that y'all don't know how to feel still. You're still sitting here like, fuck. Like, okay, well, if I had done this correctly, and if I had done that, or if I had changed this and I had changed that, why are we thinking about the what ifs or the but ifs? No. Libra, listen, you have a job to do. You've worked your ass off to build some source of financial healing and wealth and generational wealth for your family or just for you. You've done this shit, and it might not have been the best work that you could have done, but that doesn't mean you're not still growing. Okay, that doesn't mean that you're not still in that golden age of Libra. Okay, that's what I mean. Y'all gold. Okay, y'all just can't, you can't keep beating yourself down because everyone else has this like tendency to look at you shadily, or like, for those of you that also do tarot, right? Because that's what I'm picking up on, is people who also do tarot, people who also fall in love with a spiritual aspect, or fall in love with healing other people so you could do something in mental health, or maybe you're a nurse, doctor, whatever. Like, you falling in love with a job, you falling in love with something that like can change other people's lives, and this. And I think that it's really important that you also work on changing your own life through this aspect. Okay, maybe that's what you were drawn to from the beginning, was the fact that you'd be helping other people, and maybe you can help yourself through those people, right? But this is where I feel like, if you don't take the breaks, if you don't sit down for a second and breathe, if you aren't like purposefully putting yourself in the position of like self-diagnoses, you might need to go see someone or talk to somebody about your physical or mental health. You might also need a reader. Maybe you are a reader who needs another fucking reader. There ain't nothing wrong with that, right? They always say that therapists need therapists as well, right? So I'm just saying, like, yo, to me it looks like a golden age be coming up, regardless of people be draining you and talking shit and talking bad about you, talking down on you. I think collectively Libra has done so much like nitpicking and clawing. Like, you guys are struggling to get out of your own head. Sometimes it's the worst, like you're your worst enemy, and it's also the worst when you are dealing with someone who is borderline abusive or borderline controlling, and then they are also projecting that same thing that same voice you hear in your head, right? That's what I feel like is happening, is like the same voice you hear in your head is also outside of you somewhere, and you're still dealing with them in the physical. That's why I'm saying that shit needs to change. You need to shift that shit over in March and walk away from it. Yeah, they said 10 of knives. Walk away from it. Walk away from it. 8 of baskets in the reverse. You guys can't ignore these qualities anymore about yourself. The healing qualities. Okay? There's some sort of satisfaction in getting small amounts of money, or like I can see something coming through for March where y'all end up getting some source of income in small doses. It's like a side job that y'all do, that y'all really enjoy. Yeah, they say it's therapeutic for you. Okay, so maybe y'all build bracelets, or you do some sort of like, cosmetics. You might do hair for people. Whatever it is, it's very, very healing. 3 of coins. That's why I think some of y'all doing some tarot. That's what I think. Some of y'all is doing some fucking tarot. Son of Sticks. Okay, so yeah, you guys are having a lot of clientele pop through in March, if you was curious about that. In March, I also see people possibly trying to take you another route, like trying to take whatever you do as a side business in another direction that you don't want, that you don't need. I'm going to use this as an example. Say you're someone who only wants to do hair, and someone's suggesting you to do hair and makeup. Well, you are only good at one of those things. You only want to do hair, right? And you've been successful after off of only doing hair. Okay? So that's what they're saying. Like, okay, say you want to be in a car business, right? You want to sell cars, right? But someone's telling you to be a fucking mechanic, and you're like, bitch, I don't want to be a mechanic. I want to sell cars. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's what I'm good at. I'm good at the talking part, not good at the fucking physical labor. You know your strengths the best, and you also know your weaknesses the best, Libra. So this is where I say, like, do you really need to keep challenging yourself or questioning yourself and asking other people for their opinion of what you are good at when you know best? Come on now. Some of y'all are kind of reaching out for some freedom here. I can see some of y'all are kind of trapped in a really rough scenario at home. Those of you that live with your family, those of you that live with a partner, married partner, okay? So those of you that live with your significant other, that situation is gone. Okay, in March, whatever falls apart, falls apart. The only things that you have to do now is survive on your own, which I feel like you're fully capable of doing, and you have been this whole time. It's just that, like I said, if people financially and people emotionally have broken you down to the point of like, wow, like this really, like this whole entire branch of whatever, whether it's like I said, family or husband, wife, that needs to fall apart before you can move on. And that's what I feel like is happening karmically, is everything's falling apart. So I think that the more you guys ignore this scenario, the more stress increases, right? The more I feel like arguments and the abusive qualities, the qualities that you are trying to run away from, essentially, or telling a person to get rid of, are coming in full-fledged in March, right? Which is going to trigger y'all to leave. Yeah, look, someone's trying to dominate you, someone's trying to put you down, put you in a place where you wouldn't be able to crawl back up again. It's like a prison, but not in prison, right? Big Mama. Okay, so there is someone, a saving grace here. There is someone who actually does care about you, who does support you, who's on the outside. Could be your mother, could be your grandmother, could be your auntie, could be some type of family member here who genuinely does love you and want to see you grow outside of this borderline abusive relationship, who can help you with understanding the true meaning of love, affection, and friendship. Okay. That's coming through in March. Strength, yeah, they're going to help you build your strength up. Now, maybe you end up living with this person after this whole living situation with a significant other breaks through. Okay? Because that's what I'm seeing. Something to do with, like, the significant other loses a house, loses an apartment, or, just leaves. And then you have to move in with somebody else. But this person is supportive of your growth and does love you. Okay, that's the important piece. Ancestors in the upright. So, there is divinely guided scenarios happening right now in order to help you with finding that true inner strength to continue on that independent journey where you could build your fucking business. You can build your house, your home, your dream home type shit. That's what you want in the end of all things, Libra, is somewhere safe. Okay, somewhere safe. Father of coins. Okay. You're looking for somewhere safe where you don't have to like fight or, try to, I don't know. Like, I feel like you and this person always scratch each other's eyes out, right? It's like always a disagreement about this most stupid shit. It can never ever be right, or you can never ever be right. They can never be right. You can never be right. Y'all just can't be right near each other. You know what I mean? So it's always like teachable moments with this person where it feels like this person might talk down to you, or these people might try to look down on you. Some of y'all, this is a whole unit. Like, this is a whole entire friends or family situation. Okay. So some of y'all got an option when it comes to cutting out a family situation entirely. Okay, that's where it's kind of rough here. I don't think this is, I'm not going to say this includes a significant other. This is like a whole entire family situation. You got an option here, or your partner has an option possibly in cutting off whatever this toxic detail is. Okay, I feel like if it's your partner, that they're not going to cut off their family. All right, that's just, they're going to choose their family over you. If it's you obviously have the choice to leave your family behind, but I feel like you're kind of bound to them in the aspect of generational trauma, the financial aspect, and the aspect of, oh, I need to take care of my parents, or I need to take care of my grandparents, I need to take care of my siblings. Like, you shouldn't be responsible for this. The parents should be responsible for this, and yet you are still overtaking whatever, this situation is. So your control issues are getting in the way of you actually being happy instead of letting the situation go. You played a big part in a big role in the reason why some of these people are able to see themselves bigger and brighter and more confident, but at the same time, like, when they're starting to hold you down, hold you back, strap you, lock you down, like that type of shit you can't live your life. Okay, like, you can't be normal. You can't live your life. You can never relax. It's too stressful. What else we got? They talk about meditation, being able to meditate or use spirituality as a form of meditation. Yeah, they talk about meditation. They talk about role reversals, so maybe there's something to do with like something that usually only happens with women within families, or usually only happens with men within families, that's being swapped around. So it's role reversal. Okay, they talk about Aquarius here. Okay, what's up with Aquarius? They talk about Aquarius. They talk about other air signs, Gemini. They talk about being amused maybe by someone's attempts to get your attention. So if y'all are single, been really feeling that single like life entirely, not wanting to really experience dating anymore as far as this year goes, there is someone coming in still, even though you guys are denying it. There's an Aquarius coming in or a Gemini coming in. They said this person has a grind about them, and that you're very, very curious about the way that they are kind of designed mentally and emotionally. I think they're a little bit colder than what you're used to dealing with. I see y'all have dealt with a lot of fire signs, Sagittarius and Aries in the past. More emotional or like driven, passionate people. But this person feels like they take things quite slowly, but they take things quite seriously. And so that's kind of what you might be looking towards with this individual, is that they are somewhat of a teacher and they're very slow moving. They try to build things in good time. I feel like they don't rush it, and I feel like that's the kind of connection that you need, to be honest. So it's another new air sign coming in. Those of you that are single, y'all are kind of tempted to, I think, finally open up and finally be vulnerable with some of these romantic situations. But when you see that people are not changing their approach, they're not really swapping up with what they approach you with when it comes to like the whole sexual aspect, or only really focused on one thing, right? It could be sex, it could be money. That's the type of shit that you just cannot stand. You despise this shit. Because you just really want someone who's really ready to get down to earth with you. But you feel like you haven't found that yet. Makes you sad. It makes you feel like very frustrated that that's all people really give a fuck about. The humanitarian in you is kind of triggered by a lot of this romance shit. Because a lot of people treat other people like they ain't nothing. Like they worms. I feel like March is going to be really, really big for defining what you consider to be a valuable relationship just within romance, okay? Like, what is romantic to you is what they're trying to ask you. Like, Spirit wants to know, what do you consider to be love, okay? And how is what you consider to be love fucked up still? Or how is it still misconstrued? How are people not understanding how you feel if you're even communicating that shit in the first place, right? Because that could also be the biggest issue, is your communication. But they talk about what you really consider to be romance and love, and how do you redefine these things for simple people even to understand, right? Because not only when you go out here and you're trying to date, not only are you a potential partner, but you're also a teacher. All right, that's what we kind of forget within relationships, is that we're ready to teach each other new tricks and tips. Hopefully nothing negative, hopefully nothing toxic, but at the same time, you're trying to balance each other out. You're trying to discover each other. You're trying to learn each other. That's the part of romance that most people really enjoy, if they even get to that point in the first place, right? Because if you're not communicating, if you're not being vulnerable, you're never going to see that side of somebody, right? So that's what's up. For some reason, I just picked up on don't eat with your mouth open, or like don't chew up your food while talking. And someone's real triggered by that. Someone's real triggered by someone's mouth or how much they run their mouth. They be talking about how someone chews up their food while they're talking and just disgust you. That's how y'all know y'all are maybe in like a married position. Some of y'all are actually married, happy within your relationship. But there's the little things that bother you when you have to look that deep, right? Okay, when you're okay with the fact that he's maybe a little bit more withdrawn or she's a little bit more, hyper or whatever. Like when y'all balance each other out, what you will realize is that you will start picking out the smallest of the small things just because, Libra, y'all feel like if there's nothing wrong with this person and this is a perfect person, I have to find a motherfucking flaw. There is no fucking way that this shit is real. It's like the pinch me, I'm dreaming effect, right? Where y'all like, I cannot believe that this person is really fucking real. I can't believe it. And so then you pick out all the little things and you start picking and probably like, oh my God, this dude fucking chews with his fucking mouth open. Oh my God, this girl, she wears too much fucking perfume. This shit is toxic as fuck. See? Libra, because you're so not used to this shit. But that's the type of corny ass love that y'all should be looking for. The cornball shit. Okay? The sweet shit. The Google Eye shit. That's what they said, the Google Eye. Alright, what's coming up for Libra? What's coming up for Libra? What's coming up for Libra? Ooh, money bags. I heard playing poker or Russian roulette or something like that. You take one really big risk where you put all of your money into it. Like you're basically living on fucking ramen for a little bit because you put all of your money into one singular thing and it all adds up into being successful. Seven of Knives, you might be a cook. You might cook for a living. That might be something that you do. Mother of Knives and Daughter of Coins. And yeah, you might cook for a living or attend events for a living, put together events. This could also be an event of someone's birthday that you putting food together for and someone pays you for it. But there's some type of like, you're building a really, really well-known or structured brand for yourself. It's your brand. It's your legacy. Okay. They say railroad bill, 8 of sticks. Okay, so those of you that are thinking about having some sort of a sexual relationship within the workplace, do not. Do not. Because this motherfucker's married, right? This bitch is married. This individual is fucking married. Y'all, come on now. Y'all are smarter than that. Okay, Mother of Coins, 3 of Knives. Some of y'all are getting back into your spirituality heavy. So you are reading the books. You are doing the divination. You are doing the rituals, the spell work. You are doing everything that you might have done, in the past or one point in your life, and you stopped doing it for whatever reason. You got distracted. Too much in life was going on. Too many people was bugging you and bothering you spiritually, so you decided to maybe turn off your intuition a little bit. But whatever this is, whatever point you was at, like this is really, really, a really strong and proud intuition, really strong and proud psychic. Okay, so those of you that we're hoping that you would tap back into it. March that's the area, that's the time. Okay. I feel like you're going to rock and roll someone. That's what I feel like. I feel like because you are tapping back into your spirituality, more individuality comes out. And as a repercussion of that, those of you that have been struggling with people in their dream state, attacking your energy where you've just been completely drained, all of that shit is going to shift and change. I feel like people is starting to finally get some of their karma or feedback, from their negative intentions, from the poison type shit. Like I said, it feels like someone's dripping poison, or what I saw was a snake with venom on his teeth. Or like a drippy faucet, a leaky faucet. These also might be signs that someone around you is trying to play with you, is trying to dog you. So keep that in mind. Spirit has a real funny way of showing you that people are fucking with you. Fucking with your energy. Yeah, standing up for yourself is going to be a big thing. Oh, reaping benefits, and there might be a court situation or a situation where you're trying to get child support, or a baby's father or baby's mother is not giving their child the necessary funding or material. That's not going to work. Okay? That's not going to work no more. whatever they were playing on, or whatever they were trying to tell to the court system, or tell to through the legalities. That's just not gonna work no more. Okay, it's done. In March, it's done. All right, whoever was lying, whether it was you or this person, that shit is over with. Okay, someone's gonna get bit in the ass real motherfucking quick. Okay, Ace of Knives. Yeah, someone's gonna get bit. Okay, or someone's gonna be found. Maybe someone got lost, or there was like a location problem. Maybe you couldn't find your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or there's something to do with someone being lost, and you find them. If you were curious about that, you finally find them. Yeah, someone was lost, or someone has lost. The Garden. Okay, I pick up on the Garden of Eden. Okay, because they talk about the apples and all that shit. They be talking about how, you want a relationship like Adam and Eve type shit, where y'all can build, like I said, a legacy, build a whole entire family tree, build something new, something that isn't based off of generational trauma. Okay, you don't want temporary bliss. You want full on, just like long term, forever type shit. Like you don't want temporary bliss. You want the long shit, long and drawn out type shit. You're really ready to work on it. Okay. You might not have many people to look up to in that aspect, but you do what you have is love, right? You're capable of love. You're capable of giving someone your heart or giving someone warmth. You're capable of making someone feel special. And these are kind of all the qualities that you need for that foundation. Okay, they said 5 of 9, so sexual trauma is a topic of March. Sexual trauma, or intimacy issues, intimacy problems, because maybe that was never just hugs and kiss on the cheek from mom. That was never really shown to you. Might be a fact of violence, or hyper what do they call that, what do they call that shit, discipline, hyper discipline, where it's like uncopious amounts of abuse that are kind of coming all crashing down, I feel like, on one person. I don't think it's you. I'm gonna say that most of y'all might be dealing already with a therapist or someone that you talk to on a regular about these things that have happened to you. It's possible that is the confrontation that you're running into in March. You're running into this really big moment of vulnerability, where you might tell your abuser or tell the person who has hurt you how much that they have made you, maybe conquer or overcome certain fears, certain aspects, just because they treated you like shit. Maybe you tell them that you don't trust them. Maybe you tell them that you don't love them, that they have harmed their relationship with you. But just as a repercussion of this person hurting you, you have become even stronger, 1,000 times stronger. This is a conversation that I see y'all having in March, if you haven't had it already, to be honest with you, because this is some powerful shit. Now I'm going to get out some oracle cards. And this morning I will be doing free live readings. It's free for anyone who is new. If you are not new, yes, you do have to pay, but my prices ain't, it's cheapy weepies. And plus I give y'all a run for your damn money. I give y'all some long shit, some long readings. All right, I'm using the Urban Crow tarot cards. Let's see, Urban Crow. What do y'all want to say to my Libra people? Sacred space. What do you want to say to my Libra? Routine. And abundance. Okay, we got 4 cards here. Sacred space, 43. Sacred space. Maybe your sacred space is your nest, your home, or maybe it's the beach or your favorite path in the woods. Sacred space may also point out to an inner place, a belief that you hold dear. It is a place that brings comfort and nurtures your development. This is your sanctuary. When you receive this card, it is a call to rejuvenate your spirit. It is time to connect with healing energy of your sacred space. Make time to connect with this space, as it will help you center your energy and recharge your spirit. Next one is routine, which is just one page away. Routine. Every morning I watch the crows return with my neighbor. Or to my neighborhood with my neighbor. Crows return to my fucking neighbor. I can't read. And every evening I see them as they depart. It is like clockwork. I see them. What? My bad, y'all. I see them. Oh, they have a routine. That they have stuck with for as long as I can remember. Routine speaks to things we do out of habit because it's part of who we are, as in what is expected of us. In many ways, it is routine that creates stability. However, it can also lead to stagnation or getting into a rut. Ask yourself, are you in a routine that makes a foundation for success, or are you merely going through the motions because you don't know what else to do? These fucking books, man. Let's see. It's not the book's fault. It's my goddamn eyesight. Gotta get my eyes checked out. Caching. One day while I feed my neighborhood crows, I noticed one of them using their beak to push around some decaying leaves and then dig a hole. The bird looked around, checking to make sure it wasn't being watched, and then swiftly opened its mouth to drop in the food. It was saving the dog kibble I have given it for later. The crow didn't want to eat the food right away, but it also didn't want to leave it for some other creature to enjoy. You may have found yourself either keeping an idea or possession hidden until the time is right, or simply unwilling to let go of something you aren't using out of fear that someone else may benefit from your release or surrendering. Sometimes the moment is not right to move forward. However, it doesn't mean that the time will never arrive. You may be working on a project that holds a great deal of promise, or you are unable to devote the energy at the moment. Setting the idea aside, that does not mean giving it up. It just means that you recognize that there's value in waiting. Caching may also indicate that you will benefit from investing. This may be investing in yourself or investing in a financial institution. And number one is abundance. Abundance. The crows on one side of the bay know that the cannery is the source of steady and easy meals. Making and gathering food is an effortless task, and as a result, they spend their days enjoying their location. However, the crows who reside on the other side of the bay, where the food is scarce, find searching for food much more difficult, and as a result of their days they spent focused on survival. The crow who, bro, I promise you, I have the patience, but I am not gonna fucking read this shit. I'ma just let y'all know some good shit is coming out. And that those of you that are focusing on the spiritual aspects and spiritual growth, spiritual expansion, those of you that are kind of building on this idea of having emotional confidence over yourself that has nothing to do with the physical, everything to do with the internal. Those of you that have been focusing on positive communication with yourself, positive, abundance of, having supportive and plentiful people around you, whether that is your friends, whether that is your lovers, whether that is your own children. Those of you that have been waiting to grow a business, put everything that you have in that shit. I'm telling you, the only way you're going to see that shit rocket up is if you sacrifice everything. Okay? I mean, not everything, but financially in that aspect, everything. They are telling you that success is right the fuck there. So why not? Why not take that shit? Why not take the high road, right? For once in your life, not worry about what anyone thinks about what you do with your money or what you do with your fucking time or what you do at your job. For once in your damn life, not worry about that, your mama, your daddy, or, whoever is trying to dictate and control you, right? Because y'all don't do well with that shit. Y'all don't mix with that shit anyways. Y'all don't do well with that shit anyways. So why force that, Their narrative onto you. Because all these people have made mistakes, so they fucked their life up so damn bad that they can't live a life like you, or they can't see themselves in your shoes. So you need to change your surroundings, okay? Change who you surround yourself with. Remove those people. They are like ticks. They are like bugs. They suck everything out of you, and then they move on to the next host once you throw them away. So you are not the only person that this person has chosen to be a victim, right? You are one of many. And until you wrench this person out of you, I'm saying you're going to continue to be the victim. Libra, I mean, March looks really fucking crazy for y'all. It looks very, very, very crazy. And I don't even mean crazy in a bad way. I mean crazy in a really, really beneficial way. Like manifestations are aplenty. Okay, emotional valuing, like that, building that value system again within your body, like caring about yourself. That shit is popping through. It's going to be insane. Insane. One of the best readings that we've actually gotten for a March so far. And, you know, I've been kind of cascading through all the energies, and I've been waiting on Libra only because I know that y'all have what it takes emotionally to conquer the demon that is Pisces season. Okay. Pisces season is such an obsessive and overwhelming energy and feeling. But when you're in this aspect, Libra, of I am removing all obstacles out of my path, for better or for worse, whether it's the love of my life, or used to be the love of my life, or, you know, whether it's my own siblings, right, my own family, whatever I need to remove out of the fucking way, okay, is going to fucking go. It's like spring cleaning type shit. And we know, y'all, we know. I'll talk about spring cleaning on this damn channel all the goddamn time when it comes to people. Okay? When it comes to literal breathing humans, right? Humans that are in your space, and they don't do anything but take up your space. The space that you're supposed to use for yourself and your own emotions and your finances and building your business and you know, building confidence. Those people take that shit up. So remove them. Put them in the fucking big black trash bag and toss them, bitch. Okay, toss them. They need to go. Okay, it's been a long overdue moment type shit. Like, just get rid of them, please. But yeah, Libra, this was a lot of fun. I fucking enjoyed the energy in this reading. I knew it was gonna come out strong. I knew it was gonna be very proud, you know, very, very focused. You know, you guys been scattered, and that's why I've been dipping and dodging y'all's readings. But I knew that this one particularly, I just felt very, very good about it for whatever reason. Kind of made my heart sing a little bit. So anything else they want to say? They called you a classic man or a classic woman, a classic person. You're no longer trying to be someone that you're not, because you are not, you're not a slave to these dictators in your life. You're no longer a slave. You're not someone who's easy to manipulate, easy to control. You are not just some fucking, you yourself are not a controller. Okay, the only aspect you can control is yourself. The only person that you can change, the only person's emotions that you can change is your own. Okay, you only make choices for yourself. Okay, and whoever comes along for the ride and jumps on the coattails and, is riding, whatever, that's their choice. But I'm saying your choices right now should be at your front. That should be your priority. That should be where you're at. Okay, those of you that are doing like, oh my God, like I know this is a gamble, but I'm going to put every cent, every penny, everything. I'm going to downsize everything and put every cent and every penny into my business and my job. That's going to benefit you. That's going to work out. Expect a crazy amount of income coming in April. Invest in yourself. Thank you, y'all. Libra. Hopefully y'all like that. I think y'all fuck with that. I know most people kind of came in near the end here, but like I said, just roll back and watch this shit. It's a lot of fun. And y'all, you got to see me snap on people that like I said, there's a build up for sure. Some people are just too goddamn stupid. Okay. All right, y'all. I love y'all. And I'll see you later, Libra. My angel.